Today I will be doing my debate video on the Dakota Access Pipeline. This is an oil pipeline that will be starting in North Dakota and travel across a couple other states and end up in Illinois. And my debate video will be talking about why we should do this, where it's happening, and the benefits of this pipeline. The Dakota Pipeline is a pipeline that is going to be built in North Dakota, and it's going to be going through a couple other states and end up in Illinois. This is going to be built because it will enable domestically produced light crude oil from North Dakota to reach major refining markets in a more direct, more cost-effective, safer, and it's more environmentally responsible to do this. It will transport around approximately 470 barrels per day of oil and will have a capacity as high as 570,000 barrels per day. I got those statistics from daplpiplinefacts.com. They also went on to say that shippers will be able to access multiple markets, including the Midwest, on the East Coast, and markets as well as down into the Gulf Coast. So there are many different benefits to this pipeline, but a lot of people also have some worries about it. The people who are putting in the pipeline said that they are going to be protecting landowners' interests, and the local environment is a top priority of this project. Many people are worried about the disruption and the impact of the land, but it will be minimal. They will be working with landowners, and they want to achieve full restoration of the land that will be impacted. It will also employ new advanced pipeline technology that will ensure safety and reliability of the land. Pipelines are the safest mode to transport crude oil, according to the statistics of the U.S. Department of Transportation. Overall, this will benefit us nationally by giving us higher domestic crude oil production, and that will go into our greater energy dependence for the United States. So we won't be going out and getting oil from different countries outside of the U.S. It will also create jobs. It will create around 8,000 to 12,000 local construction jobs. The pipeline will translate into millions on state and local revenues. For example, the daplpiplinefacts.com says that it will create approximately $50 million in property taxes and $74 million in sales taxes for North Dakota, South Dakota, Iowa, and Illinois. So as you can tell from the map that I have, the pipeline will be starting in northwestern North Dakota, and then it will travel through South Dakota into Iowa and then down into Illinois, where it will end. The pipeline will transport crude oil from North Dakota into the Illinois, and it's estimated that around 7.4 billion barrels of oil are here in North Dakota, which is a lot of oil that we could use throughout the rest of the United States. It would really benefit us because we can use our own natural resources. The project developer, which is Dakota Access, they said that the pipeline will help the U.S. become less dependent on importing energy from unstable regions of the world. This pipeline will be a great economic boost and have a great environmental impact on the United States. By doing this, we will also be able to have less dependence on using railroads and trucks to transport some of our crude oil. It will be more cost effective for us to build this pipeline. There are some people that think that the pipeline should not be built out of fear of the land being destroyed and different Indian grounds possibly being destroyed. And there are many different legal fights over this land with the pipeline being built. The Dakota Access said that they will be working with any landowners, and they will do their best to try to not impact the land in a negative way. The benefits definitely outweigh the consequences in this case of building the pipeline for the United States. Overall, it is a safer way for us to get oil. So we must build this pipeline now. It is the key to America's national and energy security because it rests on our ability to provide our own energy needs and our own natural resources. It's going to create jobs, like I said before, 8,000 to at least 12,000 jobs, and that includes welders, mechanics, pipe fitters, electricians, truckers, etc. And once it's operational, it also is going to once again give the state and local governments higher revenue. This pipeline is safe. It's going to create jobs, give us higher revenue in the state and local governments. So we need to build this for our own national security. Once again, the people who were overbuilding this, they said that the local environment is a top priority for this project. So any disruptions that they may have with the land will be minimal, and they are saying that this is just the safest way to do it, and how it will impact us in the end, how great it will be, and any land that may be impacted, they will achieve full restoration for that. So I hope through listening to all of the different benefits that I've given, why this should be built, the location of it, I really hope that you will take into consideration the building of this pipeline and how it can really help the United States. It will, in the end, create more jobs and give us more revenue for our country. This pipeline is going to be a great way for us to have our own national security with our own crude oil. So I hope that you can see the benefits of this and how they outweigh the consequences.